Are going live because I wanted to show Tom how to use Restream and go live across different platforms. So we're doing it now. So Tom Finn, tell us a little bit about yourself. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Samantha. Delighted to learn about Restream. I didn't even know it existed until this morning, but you learn something new every day. So yeah, I'm Tom. I'm Samantha's client. We're learning. I'm enjoying it. So what do? I do a little bit of business consultancy, I think, and I suppose more so than business consultancy, I do kind of life consultancy as well. So if you want to have a better life, I'm going to help you do it and a better business at the same time.
So how are you going to help me have a better life? Okay, folks, he didn't really sell himself very well there, right? So Tom is actually all about making your business leaner. And also, he's really good at helping you do a strategy review of your business to see where your business might be losing money, procedures, how to put proper procedures in place, and to spot little leaks, I suppose, to make it more profitable. And Tom is renowned for this. And Tom also has a great story. Like, tell us, Tom, about how the stuff that you teach businesses you've put into your life. You've made change your life.
Yeah, so I suppose what I do in businesses, when I go into businesses, we look at businesses that are generally in chaos, that are hemorrhaging money, that have non-standardized processes. They're all over the place. So we're trying to, one second there, Tommy, outside.
We're live, Tommy. We're live. Lovely. The kids, they're great, aren't they? But like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. People understand, don't you guys? Everyone understands. Go ahead. Yeah.
So yeah, so I suppose I found my own life in a bit of chaos back in 2019. I just come from the far side of losing both my parents, and my life was absolutely all over the place. And I think I got to that point where a lot of business owners get to, what do I do now? How do I do it? I don't know where to start. And I suppose the light bulb moment for me was, I've been doing this with businesses for a long time now. Why can't I do it for myself? So
Mm.
I took what I teach businesses and deploy across businesses, and I said, you know what, I'm going to try this as a bit of an experiment to see what will work in my life. Can I cut out the waste in my life? Can I cut out where I'm losing time, where I'm eating the wrong food, where I should be exercising but I'm sitting down and watching TV? An absolute deep dive on all my where I'm spending my time and really understanding it. And that's the big
Mm.
part, was thoroughly understanding where you're losing out. So I set about it, and I suppose I set my objectives. Really, I had a vision. What was my vision? My vision was, and I always write it down, and I always say to myself, I should know it at this stage. But my vision was, in fact, I wanted to live a life. I want to live a life of longevity. I want to live it free of needing to take medicine. Okay, and that's basically. And I want to run it as long as I possibly can, achieve all my objectives until my final day. I don't want to ever say that I've retired from trying to achieve my objectives. I want to do it right up till the end. And in all the time, then I want to be able to generate a lifestyle that allows me and my family, I suppose, thrive in all areas of life. That's what I wanted to do. So when I had my vision set up, then it's the very same as in business. I moved on and I set my mission. Okay, so we get real about this. We had to, it's the kind of the call to action, as they say, right? So what's my mission in life? What's my purpose? What's the why around this, right? And this is, I wanted to live a life of purpose. Okay, so when I do finally check out, and when I do finally expire, and I do finally close my business of life, that people will come forward and say, you know what, that lad helped me. He done a great job, and he was able to help himself. Fair play to him. That's all I want at the end of it all. That's my mission in life, and my big mission in life is to bring lean thinking to the world. Because if my theory is, if we could deploy lean thinking across the world and continuous improvement, we wouldn't have a fraction of the problems we have today. We wouldn't have the overconsumption we're seeing. We wouldn't be talking about a climate crisis, I can assure you of that, because we wouldn't be squandering our natural resources. We'd only be using what we need. But
Mm.
humans, we have a tendency to overconsume and overuse and overutilize the things that we have. But that's what lean thinking is all about, okay? You're using it, but do you really need to use it? Are you generating waste? Are you overproducing? Are you building huge levels of inventory that needs to be stored around the place? Are you wasting money? And the answer is probably yes.
Mm.
So that is a big part of my mission in life. Even if I only touch the lives of a few people, that's you know what? It's a result. I'm bringing lean thinking into some people's lives.
Well, you know what I love about you is you're so humble as well, I have to say, Tom, because you are amazing. Like you're actually running up mountains, aren't you?
Yeah, I started that back in. That was part of my own life strategy, I suppose, if you want to put it that way. Or part of my objectives, as I mentioned there, I wanted to become very healthy and I wanted to become very fit because I had really spent a life of being on the far side of it. I had
Mm.
always played sports, but I was always the big lad. I was always the big lad. I was always at the back of the group when we were running. I was never really fast. I was never. I wouldn't have been up in that group. But you know what? Life's short. Let's get there. That was my sense. I'm going to get there. I'm going to be that lad that can run at the front and can be fast and can be fit and trim. Okay, so that's where I really set my sights on. And part of that was, yeah, I live surrounded by mountains. I got into a good local group here, a few lads that like to go run up mountains, and I learned from them. And when I think back to it, when I went out with them first, and they were dragging me along and telling me, "Come on, keep going. You can get an extra kilometre into you." Now I'm the guy turning around, pushing them on. Let's keep it going, lads. We can do another 5K here. So it's the wheels have turned a bit, but it's great. And the thing I love about the mountain running community is so supportive. No
Yeah.
one's ever left behind. They bring everyone along, and it's really enjoyable. And something you can do on your own as well.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And I know for me, like, well, a lot of people like us, time is always for ourselves is usually last on the list. And I know for people watching that don't know you, like I've learned a lot from you as well, Tom, just working with you, with regard to things that need to be looked at. Sometimes when you do see someone that's busy, 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 busy all the time, do you think that there's something wrong there if that's the case?
Yeah, there is big time, and this is something that it really came to the front of my mind as I suppose I developed in my business and developed myself. We've the big question for me is, this whole journey, this whole business journey, have we got it wrong? And I think we might have, to the point that and I see it a lot as I go into businesses. I see it, and as I say, you're brought into businesses that are generally in chaos, and you see the MD and the CEOs and the senior management. They're running around, they're stressed out. A lot of them are overweight. A lot of them, when you talk to them, what time do you leave the office tonight? Oh, I'd be lucky to get out before 10. That's who's going to remember that? And what that says to me is, I can see why your business is in chaos, because your life is in chaos, you're in chaos, and that just cascades throughout the organization. That whole element of just you're not organized, okay, and it does it transfers over. Generally, when you see something run a business that runs really really smoothly, you can see the top levels of the management they're under control, they're calm, they're collected, everyone is bought in. You can see that general good feeling around the organization. But when we come back to that question, I suppose you put to me, yes, I think we need to stop. We need to realize that you need to run the best version of you in order to run the best version of your business. So I think we should stop and ask the question, is my life thriving like a business? And then how can I make my business then thrive? That's the question I believe we should be asking. That's the order we should be taking it in.
Yeah, and sometimes and for me personally, I remember for me, once I got rid of what was holding me back, and it could be like for me it was alcohol. I'm 15 years sober, but for others it could be sugar, it could be cigarettes, it could be but or it could be a person. Could it be a person, Tom? It could be a family member.
Could be, absolutely. And do you know what? I say we've all experienced it.
Yeah.
I know when I was growing up, the whole philosophy in my house was you go to school, you go to college, you get a job, preferably with the state, you get a good pension, you retire, you're happy. And I suppose when I looked at my dad's life and how his panned out, yeah, he did that. He went to school, he then joined the Air Corps, a good state job, and then he left the Air Corps for the Guards, worked in the Guards his whole life. And but he hit very, very stressful times in the Guards. And I believe that contributed a lot to his downfall in the end, his sickness, and he passed away then. But he got no life out of his retirement. He was retired a few years, and he passed away. So
Yeah.
I had to, I suppose, question that philosophy. Is that the best route to take? Is
Yeah,
it what else
yeah,
do here?
absolutely. Oh my gosh, yeah, yeah. No, I totally understand it, and so how can you help people? So if people are watching today and they think, actually, do you know what? I could do having a chat with Tom. I put your email address at the bottom there, so people can reach out to you on LinkedIn as well, and you're on Twitter and you're on Instagram. But how could like what would be the type of person that you know should reach out to you?
See, I don't mind it. Some people are very focused on, I want to work with CEOs, I want to work with business owners. I don't mind what your business is. Your business, it doesn't mean that you're a registered business. I don't care if you're collecting taxes or collecting data.
Farmers.
I don't care if
Yeah.
you're a farmer. Exactly. I don't care if you're delivering posts or delivering babies. Okay. I can help you out. Okay. Because everyone's life, there is some element of chaos in there. So what we can do is get your life on track. Okay. We can set your objectives. We can set the strategies around achieving those objectives. I don't think of myself as a coach telling you this is exactly what you're going to do. This is what you're going to do to lose the stone. This is what you're going to do you're going to go do this college course. It's all about you realizing what you need to do for your life. And the place we start in the wrong place. And believe it or not, it might sound a little bit backward, but you need to start with the end in mind. What do you want to be? What do you want to see yourself as? Do you want
Visualize where you want to be, and then you help them kind of get there, or
yeah,
help them put things in place so they can get there.
exactly. And build your vision. And that's the important part. So build your vision. What is it that you see yourself doing at the end of this? Okay. And it's likewise for your business. If you have a business and you're running it, what is it that you see at the far side of this business? Do you want to see it as ultra productive? Do you want to see it as thriving and profitable and the whole and all those good things? And that's another area that I do focus on a lot is making businesses thrive, because I can guarantee you you're losing a lot through waste. And the funny thing about waste is we haven't really, people don't define it properly. They don't really understand where they're hemorrhaging these different areas or through these different areas. And it's really understanding that and gaining, as I said earlier, gaining that whole philosophy of lean thinking. If you can think lean, I can promise you, your life will thrive, your business will thrive, because you'll never get out of that mindset. And that's what I'm trying to do with people, is get them into that mindset. And
So would it be similar to something like, oh, someone has asked you to do something, let's say in your life, and is it more about thinking, okay, how is this going to affect others around me? How is it about questioning, okay, do I really need to do this? Do I really need to go to that event? Is it that kind of thing? Would that be waste as well? Going to events that you
yeah,
really don't need to go to?
if you don't need to be there, you have to think from the point of view, do I, I'm moving myself to this event, okay, be it online or be it at a venue. Am I moving myself there? Do I need to be there? Is something else falling down on the back of me being here? Is there something else I could be doing? Okay.
Mm,
Do I
mm.
need to be concentrating on something else? So it's really asking those questions. Why? Why am I going here?
Yeah.
What am I going to gain from this? As is my business going to gain from this? Am I going here just to make myself feel better? Or even worse, am I going here just to make someone else feel better?
Yes.
Wasting
Oh
your
my God. Yeah.
time
Yeah.
else.
And actually, Anita has joined us there in the comments. Hi, Anita. And you're going to meet Anita, actually. Then we'll go into that now in a minute. Absolutely great advice. Many people don't look forward and have a vision. They just look at the now and get caught up in everything. Thanks, Anita, for that. Good morning, Anita. Yeah, so that's nice. We got a nice little comment there on LinkedIn. So Tom, you're actually going to be coming to the Social Media Fest on Wednesday. Is it Wednesday, 29th of November? And Anita is actually speaking at it as well. So you're going to be on the panel at the end. And the panel is called Minding Yourself and Your Business. So you're perfect for this panel. So what are the main things that you feel, for social media, like for you, from your perspective, like social media, like how important do you think it is? I mean, I know for me, I see a lot of people like CEOs and people who they just don't have time to post on social media and they don't have time to put into it. But we're hoping that people come into the Social Media Fest. It's actually sold out, folks. You'll have to just go virtually. We have virtual tickets left. But Tom is on the panel because a lot of us are busy, social media, think we have to be everywhere. We don't have to be everywhere. And it's about actually it's like, where are you spending your time? It's like what you said about the event. Where are you spending your time? Is that the right place for you to be? should you be on TikTok? Maybe you don't need to be on TikTok. Where are your audience? Where are they located? Should you be better off spending time on just one platform or two platforms and just focusing on them where your audience are? And the reason we're doing the panel at the end, minding yourself and your business, is because people, business owners especially, we feel like we have to be everywhere. And maybe like the panel is all about actually, okay, we've done all this social media stuff all day, but don't forget to mind yourself and your business. So really your philosophy is when you mind yourself, your business thrives.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I'm all about. And the social media aspect for me, I think it was only when I started talking to you, Samantha, was was I good on social media? I thought I was. But then when I started talking to yourself, it's the big point of it was, number one, what are you putting up there? You're producing this material and putting it up there. Is it of any use? And who's it going out to? And this was where the big light bulb moment for me was, you know what? It's going out to my friends and I compete with, and it's going out to nobody else. So my network was quite restricted. Okay, so I was producing bits of material, and I suppose I was just keeping some of my friends and colleagues happy with the movements I was putting out. So that was a big eye opener for me, and I think realizing the world is massive, it's huge. There's so many people out there that want to hear from you, and it's just
And
finding.
that you can inspire, Tom. You see,
Yeah,
don't forget about the person that needs to hear what you're talking about today. There might
yeah,
be one person watching this morning that will go, do you know what? Actually, I need to get rid of this and I need to actually look at my business and do a strategy for 2024. And I know you specialize as well in, how to do a strategy review. Can you give us just one tip before we finish up for people to give value? Like, what would be the first steps to doing a strategy review and why should people do it?
yeah. The review is crucial because what happens in many organizations, they get to the end of the year and they can just look at the books and go, we didn't really get on that well. It was all right, but sure, look at, we'll give it another shot next year. We keep the same objectives in the way we go, But it's crucial to stop this time of year in particular, right? Because we're coming into the new year and we're running out of time here. You need to stop and actually look at, okay, what did we sign up to last year? What were our objectives? What was the overall strategy? Did we achieve this? Okay. And to be honest with you, answering the questions this late in the year, I'd have a big question for you. Why weren't you asking these questions as the year went on? And some cases you will find that, yeah, we did. We went into a room. How are we getting on? We look at figures. There's a little bit of, you might remember what was it? The catchphrase there, Samantha, Roy Walker, it's good, but it's not right, and let's go back at it again. But you need to guide people. You need to, the managers, upper level management at the corporate level, at the business level, you need to be guiding people at the functional level. You have to remember, people at the functional level, their heads are down. They are producing. They're working hard. You have to keep in touch with them. Yes, we're on track. No, we're not on track. And keeping that visual through the year is crucial. And we don't tend to do that. But so look at, going back to your question, doing the review, sit down now, get everyone involved. Don't just keep it inside in the boardroom. Get everyone involved and let everyone know how you got on, be it good or bad. Let everyone know what the plan is for next year and make sure that it cascades through the organization and be checking in with people at a minimum on a monthly basis.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. And we have Max is joining us from Chile. So you're going global today. I know Anita's in the UK and Max is in Chile. See, this is the power of it as well, you see. And I've been saying this to you all the time. I mean, if you're an expert in your niche, which Tom is, I mean, this can apply to anyone, anywhere in the world. So, and with online and with tools like this, like the one I'm showing you today, you can reach a global audience, and we've just proved it. So well done. Well done, Tom. So looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday for the Social Media Fest. If anyone's watching and you want to join us virtually, if you want to hear what Tom has to say, and Anita, who's in the chat, do join us. I have the event on LinkedIn, and I also have the link to the tickets, and it's on my Twitter as well. So if you want to join us, please do. Any chance? Oh, what's this now? There's a little, any chance to explore collaboration with our business accelerator, Amix Techs, with operations in Austin, Chile, and London. Feel free to reach out to Tom there, Max. You know, this is what happens. This is the power of Restream, Tom. You
Yeah.
know, connect with each other and have a chat. Absolutely. So, Tom, thank you so much for your time. Anything you want to add before we wrap up?
No, this has been great, because I had asked myself before, what's this LinkedIn Live about? Now I know. So it's great. It's been really valuable. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, everyone, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. And we might see you on Wednesday at Social Media Fest.